It's coming 3 months since I moved in that van now. So I'm going to give my honest opinion of what I think living in a van's like. I'll say straight away, I love it. This lifestyle is tailor-made for me. Just look where I've woke up this morning. This is on the side of the river at Durham Boat Club in Durham Centre. £5 a night, that's all this was, to stop here. I'm basically just at the top of that bank there. I'll show you my van in a minute. Now, I'm going to say straight away, right, because I've had some criticisms. I've had people saying you're shitting in a bucket and you're roughing it and everything else, right? I'm living in a van by choice, not destitute. By no means can I not afford a house. I can. This is a choice, it's a lifestyle choice, and I'm enjoying it. So don't think for 1 minute that I'm squatting in a van, shitting in a bucket and roughing it, because I'm not. I'll show you in my van in a minute. I'm certainly not roughing it. Usually on a weekend, I stop different places. Just this weekend, I've stayed in Durham. I had an appointment. So I had my appointment at 3 o'clock. Spent the rest of the day watching the cricket at Durham City Cricket Ground. If you look at last weekend where I stopped, have a look at this horse. Every weekend, it's somewhere different. I'll actually show you in my van now. Show you how I'm living. Now, I will say, this van, it's too small. It is far, far from perfect. I'll say that, it is. But I'm managing, and it's not even finished. I'll give you a quick look how I'm going on it. Here we are. Got a fridge, bed, which pulls out. That pulls out the same as that. I usually just leave that out. Got my sink, no running water yet, like. I've got my internet, there's my dongle. I've even got a Starlink, which I keep behind the seat if it's really bad. Television, too small though, I measured it wrong, so I'm going to raise that up. But this here goes down there, it pulls out. This is an IKEA mattress that a lot of people will be using in their own house. So as you can see, I've got everything I need in here. Got my clothes rail, perfectly fine. Last few weeks has been bloody warm like. So I bought this, show you that. It's a bloody good one. What's it called? A venti. This is a real one. That was to keep us cool. That's not any paid promotions or nothing like that, but it has been bloody red hot this last few weeks in that van. It's like a greenhouse. That fan's been a lifesaver, like. But there you go, that's how I'm living. I wouldn't say I'm roughing it at all. Definitely not. I'll get my coat on, have a look, walk along the river. Just thought I'd just show this first of all, right? I'm actually staying right in the centre of Durham City Centre, really. This is where I'm at. There's Durham Cathedral, there's the castle. Do you know how much it costs to live in a DH1 postcode? I've stopped there last night for £5. £5 for the whole night. That's how much that was. So like I've said, the van's too small. Yeah, it is. But, which I've said in previous videos, it's a means to an end, as in September, I'm leaving the UK. Now, if I did end up back in England at some point, which inevitably is going to happen at some point, right? There's no way at all I'd be going into a house, right? I'd be buying a bigger van. That is the first thing I would do, is buy a bigger van, because I can rough it. I'll just say now, I can rough it, me, right? And I used to look at people in these fancy all singing, all dancing camper vans, and I thought to myself, you don't need that. Just get a van, just start. You don't need it. Which you don't. I'll still say you don't, but why make life hard for yourself? Over these 3 months, what I have realised is it would be nice to have a bigger van with like a fixed bed at the back where you could at least stand up in it, you know, have a proper set for cooking inside, have it nice, have it comfortable. Like your little bits of mod cons in there, it all helps. You're in a small space and it's your home. It's hard enough as it is living in that small space. So what I have learned is, if I was going to do it again, if I'm going to get a bigger van, I would take my time and get it right. It's only advice I'll give people. If you're thinking about this, make sure you get a van and it's right. That's my honest opinion now. I would have liked something bigger, definitely. I had a Mercedes Sprinter, which I was converting before I got this, and I only wish now that that's the van I went with. That is what I've learned. Make life better for yourself. Be comfortable. Yeah, get something a bit bigger. That's maybe suitable for all year round. Now, actually living in a van when you work, I find it very, very easy. Actually working while I'm living in this van. Reason being, during the day, I've got something to do. I've got somewhere to park. Wake up on a morning, get to work, park up for the day. Time you finish, have a shower, go to the gym, have a shower, grab a bit of food, whatever you do, you're done. Now during the week, I have a few spots where I park midweek after work. Some I like more than others. Now, some places I stay are like on the seafronts, and it's free parking after 6. Between 6 and 8 o'clock in the morning, it's free parking, so perfect when you work. Now, some of them spots, I would love just to stay there all the time. But I vary my places I stay. Because if you stay somewhere too much, you can bet your bottom dollar. Hold on, let's have a look here. Yeah. Get yourself down here to the river, look. If you stay there too much, you can bet your bottom dollar someone will complain to the council and say there's someone living there in a van, and there'll be signs up. That's just the way it is today. That's the world we live in. To some people, there's no live and let live. So that's why I stagger where I stay during the week, because it's just spoiling it for others if your signs get put up. Money and costs. I've covered that in another video already. Like I've already said, you're going to be quids in, moving out of the house into a van. I've advised people before, and I strongly advise, if you're single, even if you're a couple, if you're struggling financially and you're thinking about a van, have a go at it. You're going to be massively, massively better off. Now, it's not all good, mind. 2 nights ago, I was absolutely shattered and I was busting for a good night's sleep, right? The night before that, I'd been up till, I don't know, about 12 o'clock watching some crap series on Netflix, but you know, one of them, you have to watch it till the end. Now, it doesn't matter what time I go to bed, I'm up at 5 o'clock. It's just, that's the way it is. After 5, that's a lie-in for me. So, pulls up at a car park that I use. Very quiet, as a rule, it's quiet. That's specifically why I went there that night. Got there, pulled up, got myself sorted. I didn't charge any phones up, I didn't charge me jackery up, nothing, because I thought I am not getting into watching the TV or anything like that. What happened? 8 o'clock gets me head down. 9 o'clock, 3 carloads of lads pulled up. Young lads between 18 and 20. First thing they done was got a bloody football out and start playing that one bounce where you've got to keep it up for one bounce. Oh my good God. Music on. I'd say there been about 8 to 10 of them. All talking and shouting and screaming with music going and kicking this football about. Oh. It went on, the noise went on, I would say, till around 12 o'clock. I was absolutely exhausted. I was sat in that van, I was fuming, and the ball would hit the van now and again, and I was saying to myself, next time that ball hits that van. But then I thought to myself, do you know something, the lads aren't doing no wrong. It's my choice for wanting to sleep in this car park. It's my choice for doing this, and that's what you've got to put up with, which I did. Plus, if you got out and made a scene, what's going to happen? You're going to get targeted, aren't you? If they spot your little van somewhere when they're riding past, it's going to be, oh, there's that bloke. So certain things like that you have to put up with. And I would say it's not every night, but it does happen, like. Yeah, so yeah, I've got that element to contend with now and again, but as a rule, you do get a good night's sleep. And that's another thing that's getting better over the 3 months in this van. At first, I'd say the first 2 weeks I was on edge. If you see some car lights pulling in where you were parked, you'd be up looking to see who it is, and you couldn't rest till the left. Things like that. The slightest sound, you're waking up. Now, I park up, I sleep like a baby. I think you're more chilled. I've chilled a lot more out over the last few months. Certain things just doesn't bother us anymore now. So, over the last 3 months, have I made the right choice in moving into a van? Yes, I have. 1,000,000% it was the right choice. Put it one way, I'll never, ever, ever own a house again. I'm not saying live in a house, own a house. I will never, ever own a house again for as long as I live. In fact, that's what I'm going to make the next video about. Why I will never own a house again. Catch you in a bit.